What is up, everyone? Jeff here, no cutscenes, welcoming y'all back to another Fallout 4 build video. And today I have for y'all my Rust Devil arena. We're going to be building an outpost of Munja. We're going to be starting with the Guardpost because in order for there to be a safe environment for robots to go destroy each other, we first have to protect them. And what I want to do is I want to make it super junky, super raider, just, you know, using a bunch of different pieces as possible and kind of keeping Outposts of Munja the same. So we're not going to really touch anything, we're just going to kind of add to what's there, you know, maybe take away some trees, but let's start off with some scaffolding. Now scaffolding is so amazing because it can be used, I mean, with any piece of the structure kit as opposed to just scaffolding. Now a lot of people will just go straight into scaffolding, use whatever pieces that it gives you as far as like the floor pieces, but I love using other pieces with it. Now you can do that if you want. You can say use one of the normal wood pieces of concrete, even the barn or the warehouse. But for this purpose, the main part of my building, I'm going to be using the two scaffolding pieces. And then on the other side, it's going to be a little bit different with some of the barn, and I think another scaffolding piece as well. But what I wanted to do is make this my first outpost where you can see over the ridge, see, you know, anybody who's coming up, just making sure that nobody's trying to fuck with you. So you're going to be able to shoot out of it. Now that was very important to me. Now what you see here again is, just like I was saying, like you can work very easily with the scaffolding as long as you have snap points to it. And for some reason, I don't know why the 2x1s don't snap to the scaffolding, but the 1x1s, the other floor pieces, they will snap to any of the scaffolding. And I mean any of the 1x1 pieces. The wood, the concrete, the barn, the warehouse, your modded ones, the 1x1s will snap to the scaffolding, but 2x1s and 2x2s won't. I don't know why. It's fucking bullshit. But anyway, there's always a workaround. You can figure out a way. So now, I want to do it again like I had that foreman's office, but not entirely where it's just the the half level. I wanted it to be part half level and then part full warehouse wall length. And you'll see that here in a second. Now, again, I'm going to attach some of this scaffolding because we're going to use that in a little bit. Now, we're not going to use it exactly right now, but you know, it's just there if we need it. Now, I didn't want to do scaffolding for the framework again because, again, like I was saying, I wanted to change, you know, not even from guardpost to guardpost, but inside of each guardpost build. And how we're going to achieve that, again, see, for some reason, the 2x1s, they don't snap to it. I don't know. I don't know why. It's fucking retarded. Or it's stupid, sorry, excuse me, I don't know if people are PC or whatever. But yeah, so you have to just do little workarounds like that. Put our scaffolding back up in there. And what I've used here is actually a mod. Now, this one comes with the workshop rearranged, and it basically just gives you support snaps in many more different places, and it gives you a bigger variety of actual supports. Like, you'll see those there. Those actually came with the contraption DLC. They're in the warehouse in miscellaneous. They don't have their own section like this support does with the mod, but they snap onto the side. They don't snap like onto the corners. It's weird. Again, Bethesda should have included those snap points, but whatever. Modders out there are amazing, and they did it for us. So this is what I was talking about here, where I wanted it to be half like split level and then half full warehouse wall length. And so we can do that here very easily just by placing one of these, and then you go into the wall section, you'll notice all these different types of, you know, triangled out walls and stuff. Bam, that's all you gotta do. You just gotta find the one that basically enables you to put like a roof on top of it so that it's actually, you know, complete. Now, again, we're gonna put another window here. I was just experimenting to see kind of how things looked. Yeah, but we end up needing to go ahead and put another window. It just makes sense. You want to be able to see who's coming out. Because again, now, this build is purely just for fun. My next builds, there's going to be 2 more parts to this, but my next full series, I mean, like, they're going to actually be if, say, what I was doing before, where I modded the game to be a zombie survival, and it has exceeded my wildest expectations. I've increased like summon attacks through a mod. Again, it's all on Xbox One, so you can do it on consoles and hopefully PS4 eventually. Basically, they attack my settlements, you know, everybody. We get trappers, ghouls, which are now called zombies, and they walk extremely slowly, but you can only kill them with headshots. Again, it takes like 6 headshots to kill them. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing in the next series. This one, just purely for fun. So we've already built the entrance there where we're going to put a door, but we need to put, of course, you know, just a little balcony. I mean, I don't even know if you call that a balcony. It's just a little patio. It's a porch to get up there. And again, like I was saying, these supports that were added through this mod, they're amazing. I mean, there's like 4 different varieties. There's 2 different heights. You can change it up, make your stuff look completely warehoused. Like, it's really cool. I definitely recommend it. Again, it's workshop rearranged. Now let's go ahead, we'll finish off the rest of it. I love using that I call it like the church point. I mean, because it's not really like a steeple. I don't even know what you call it exactly, but the one with like the thing up there, the thing, whatever, this thing, yeah, that little beast. I love using that shit. It just looks so good, especially like if you have it like by itself or in a small one, like a small building. If it's in a huge fucking warehouse, it kind of just looks funny if it's out there like sticking out in the middle, but something small like this is perfect. Now, good thing again, you can shoot through the windows, so again, you just take down anybody that you need to. And look how quick that was. That was maybe 5 minutes to build a very practical, I think pretty good looking guardhouse. And again, I've shown you guys how to do it with survival, but I wanted to do it where we have the new DLC and some mods, but with the boxcars as well, just so you can get an idea of what you can build with guardhouses. I love building guardhouses. Like, I love protecting my settlements. I just think that's such a cool idea, even though a lot of times like it doesn't work how it's supposed to. Thank goodness I found mods that literally you can increase it to every day if you wanted to, and yeah, it's added so much for me already, even in just this small, you know, zombie playthrough, because they'll literally come in hordes of, you know, 10, 20, I've had 40 come at a time, and you really need to actually have your settlement like fucking defended, like walls around it. They will get in there, they'll knock down your turrets, they'll kill your settlers, and I have it where like the settlers will die. So I've fought them just myself because all my settlers died. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, I want to show you how easy it is to really build something that looks good and looks wasteland friendly, because that's really, I think that's what building should be. And I know I've been ranting a little bit, but it should be lore friendly. That's just my personal opinion. Alright, back to building. Let's change it up here. Put the blue one on the end. Make sure it's supported by the wood because that just looks better. Now, with Outpost Zamunja, a lot of stuff will ignore collision as far as going into like the rocks. So you can definitely like, you know, play around with it and figure out where, if you want to put something like this, where you can't. Now, I've also got through this mod, again, workshop rearranged, cinder blocks for fences. They give you a lot more as far as just fences in general. You get actual chain link fences. You have tire stacks. Got all these different cinder blocks. The cinder blocks snap to each other, and so do the chain link fences. Just think of them like, you know, the original wire or the picket fence, but much better. And I think they're modeled better, and they serve a better purpose because you can shoot through them. But it's kind of cool when the game recognizes that there's an enemy NPC shooting at you. They don't actually get through there. I don't know if it's the mod, because I know that doesn't happen in the real game with normal chain link fences. It's really cool. Like, that's why I love putting shit like that there. It's awesome. And with cinder blocks, you always got to throw in a few more. Again, we're trying to do lore friendly, making it look like people just threw all this shit here to protect themselves. Yeah, it's a Rust Devil build. It's got to be junky. It's got to be Raider-ish. I mean, I guess even though the Rust Devils are like the higher class raiders, yeah, they're still throwing their shit all around, making a mess. It's like a junkyard. But yeah, let's go ahead and finish off the porch here, because I wanted to be able to have some areas for our settlers to sleep. You know, if they're at the guard station all night, go sleep throughout the day, switch off, have their partner take over. And again, like, these supports are amazing. Look at this shit. Like, it's got wood, it's got the concrete ones are actually added more pillars. Yes, I know, it's amazing. But they actually have snap points for cross. And what you'll see here is just a very simple cross. I mean, that's it. It's a cross beam. And it has multiple snap points along the vertical beam. Like, not just the bottom or the top. There's actually ones in the middle, a quarter of the way up. I think it even looks like a third or 2/3. Again, trust me, there's just a fucking lot of snap points that this mod adds. If you guys want to check out the mods that I use for this video, please do. It is in my Red Rocket Modded. The full description, or the full mod link is in the description with each one of BethesdaNet. I'm sorry I do not have them to Nexus because I do not play on the PC, but they are on Bethesda, and I'm sure you can very easily find them on Nexus. But yes, go ahead and check that out for sure. But I'll link the building ones in the description here as well. There, make it a little easier for you. Now, what I wanted to use here was another mod. Like, people say that modding takes away from building and takes away from the game. Not true at all. It only adds objects that were either included in the vanilla game and Bethesda just didn't release with their workshop DLCs, or they just didn't release from the get-go, which is kind of bullshit, and modders have just gone into the creation kit and been like, hey, here you go. Like, that's pretty much it, you know. We're just now able to use more things. Nothing is taken away from that, or by that. You know what I mean? I mean, if you could disagree, definitely let me know, but that's just what I feel. I don't feel like mods take away anything, they only enhance it, especially when it comes to building. Maybe, you know, cheat mods if you're doing a survival playthrough, but don't do that. That's pretty simple. Yeah, this one, it's called Craftable Fish Farm Bridges, and it adds like a bunch of these different planks and shit. Sorry for ranting, but you got 15-degree ones, 45-degree ones, a bunch of different ones on oil barrels, the radioactive drums, and then you get more shack bridges as well, even ones that don't have supports underneath, so you can do, you know, floating Ewok villages essentially with the shit. I mean, it's really cool. And in the next part of this, you're going to see me use extensively a mod that actually adds wood floorboards, so you really don't need to have anything snap. And what I mean by that, well, you'll just have to see. So yeah, and this mod here, Settlement Objects Expansion Pack, just adds in again a bunch of items that were in the vanilla game that just weren't in the workshop, that were in the Fallout 4 world, that could have been easily included, but maybe, I guess it would have made the workshop too big or something. I really don't know the reasoning behind it, but again, Settlement Objects Expansion Pack, Workshop Rearranged just adds in stuff that was already in the base game. Same with most of the settlement mods I use, just like I keep on saying. Even the Guardpost one here, 90% of the objects are in the base game. Somebody just put them on top of each other, you know? And we'll use the cinder block here. It fits with the whole cinder block thing we had up front. It's a good level where somebody can stand behind it, shoot over, protect us if they need to. So there we go. We have our second Guardpost on the boxcar. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. It's very simple. It's nothing special. It's just simple and it works. You can very easily, you know, put a bed in there, even in a weapon crafting bench, you're good to go. All right, now, what I'm going to touch on in the next part is the front gate and the walls. So we won't do that in this video. We'll do that in the next one. But I want to build something again for a guard post that just blocks off this side as far as anybody being able to, I guess, have the higher ground. I'm not going to build something extremely tall. I just want to be able to spot over the ridge in case somebody's coming, because I know that, first of all, there are spawn points at that house over the ridge sometimes for super mutants, and I've had them come and attack me. And there's also ones down by the truck leading away from Outpost Samoja. So yeah, but we use these shipping crates. Now these are, again, I can't remember actually if they're a mod or they were included in contraptions. I really can't. If you guys could let me know, that would be such a big help. Like, I really honestly cannot. They might be part of Workshop Rearranged. They're not part of Settlement Object Expansion Pack. I know that for sure because SOE has its own menu and everything in there is, well, in that menu. But yeah, I would love to figure that out. I can't believe I forgot that. But yeah, they are so versatile because they'll snap, of course, to pretty much most existing things, and you can snap them to anything you've built. But they're fucking huge, and they have open containers, meaning you can place shit in there, of course. The only open one is the big one, but then, if, you know, that's really all you need. Like, you can even make an entire player home out of that really easily. And it's good because a weapons bench could fit along one side of the container, and you could still walk around it. You're good to go. It's fucking awesome. All right, now I'm gonna use this one, that green one, for some stairs. Got to make sure that we can actually get up on top of this bitch. And you'll see that it's kind of like at different levels, and that's intentional. Because what I'm going to show you is part of the floorboard mod that I have. That one is from Workshop Rearranged. Again, links in the description. It's amazing. It gives you all these plywood boards, all these different 2x4s, I mean, just different boards that you can just use and place freely pretty much inside of objects. And they're just fantastic, yeah. So you'll see that in a second. But what I'm doing here is just tweaking, because I want to be able to put some stairs in between this little alley there. It just seemed like the perfect place to fit them, you know? Come on. There we go. All right. So yeah, after tweaking a little bit, we just figured that out. Able to put the stairs connecting to the shipping container. And that's, again, that's what I was saying. Like, they're great. They snap to anything. And that's that piece of floorboard that I was talking about. It's a plywood ring. Again, it was in the base game. They just added it as a mod. And it was perfect. It goes and ignores pretty much 90% of collisions, so you can place it anywhere. It functions pretty much like the scaffolding ramp, like in the ground, but anywhere. It's amazing. Now, we need to connect this. There's not going to be a really good way to connect these two because they're at a weird angle, and if we try to move either one, the other one, it just won't be near it. It'll snap in weird places, and because the shipping cars, you can place them freely unless there is a snap point close, and if there is a snap point close, it's going to snap to that. It's very snappy, but yeah, it doesn't need to be perfect. Like, that's definitely off, that little ramp that we made here, but that doesn't fucking matter. It's a Rust Devil arena. I don't think these guys are going, you know, I think we need another 7 degrees on that concrete. Yeah, that's not, no. They're not doing that. I'm guaranteeing you. They're just thinking about how to get high as shit on Jet and watch robots fight. I mean, that's what I'm thinking about. All right, but anyway, let's get back to building. And again, like, Workshop Rearranged, I'm pretty sure that's actually where these shipping containers came from, because Workshop Rearranged adds so many more snap points to just every workshop item. It's amazing. And if you see my menus, they're obviously going to be different from yours unless you're using Workshop Rearrange, because it rearranges the workshop menus. It puts things just in order, in the right place, and it labels them. It is perfect. I cannot recommend that mod enough. Whoever made that is, well, he's the friend of the 7 Million Builders, I'll tell you that. So, okay, let's go ahead and we'll move that circle one, or the curved one. It just was weird. It kind of had a weird support spot. I like this support spot better. It looks a little bit more realistic. And if you guys have watched my videos before, you probably know that I am really anal when it comes to variety, especially railings. I don't know what it is, but when I see like railings that are static and the same and just repeat themselves over and over again, it makes me so mad. I don't know what it is. I know most of this video I'm just ranting, but either way, that's pretty much it, guys. Really easy builds, really fun to do as well. I mean, again, I'm having so much fun doing these junk style builds. I've got the second video ready. I just have to do voiceover for it. We're going to be building the walls, and then the last part, we're going to be building a wrestling ring. And that one, yes, I do mean a full-on WWE wrestling ring. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next part. I hope you enjoyed this one, and definitely hit that like button, subscribe for more content. All right, bye.